Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video covering all of the new releases from Forge World and Games Workshop. A very warm welcome to you, new subscribers, new viewers, everyone that supports the channel. It really does mean a lot. All the Patreons and everyone that uses that Element Games affiliate link that you can find. Look, just here. It's on the very first page. It's in the description of every single video. So if you click that, that will tell Element Games that you're supporting this channel, and that will help the channel. As a little bonus, if you also use the crystal code a little bit further down, then you'll earn yourself double the number of crystals. You get double the crystals on your order, I get a few of the crystals, and then I can put them towards all the new releases. And the more that happens, the more I can cover all of the releases on time. And it's now more important than ever with Games Workshop releasing everything for a faction and army on a single day. That being said, I'm very humbled by the support of these two, full Tyranid review videos. I know they've come out on a Thursday and a Friday, towards the end of the week, but they've had incredible support. And those videos take me a long time to set up and record and edit all my ums and ahs and things out. So I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's watched those, liked those. I hope to do that for Space Marines. When I see these videos getting that many views, it motivates me immensely. So thank you to everyone that's supported and watched the content. Right, let's get into it then. A bit of a long intro today, but I just wanted to show you I just wanted to voice my thanks. Let's go over to the community website right now. Now, there's a new thing on here, which is I say tricky to spot, but it is to do with news. Here, look at this. They've got these extra little tabs, which don't show when you look at the full news. But if you click on there, it gives you a reason of why the Traitor Champion is late. And it says here, it was initially announced for October, so yesterday I think, or even today, and he's now going to be up for pre-order in November. That's fine. It's a shame that we didn't get him alongside the, Horus Heresy new box set with the 30 Space Marines. That is a real shame. It's one of the rare times where Forge World and Games Workshop are kind of, releasing something together that is relevant, I think. And now they've missed that opportunity, which sucks. But, well, I just wanted to draw your attention to these little tabs because that's quite important news. Well, in my universe. And it doesn't appear, as like the main news thing. So, you might have missed that. I certainly did. But if we go back a week ago, today, of course, being the 21st of October, so if we go back to the 14th, we didn't even talk about the preview. I suppose I should really cover that in today's video. I was going to do a video, ran out of time, you know what it's like. And also, there are only a couple of things that I wanted to kind of talk about, in this preview. There was specifically one model that I thought it would be worth me doing a full video on, just to rip it apart, and that is, of course, this. It's just so terrible. The fact that it's got Sidonian just, ruins the Sidonian name, in my opinion. I think it's awful. It's one of the worst models Games Workshop have brought out. Rumpelstiltskin, I've called it, because hence he looks like he's standing on some stilts. It's just awful. It's on these stilts, so he's going to be an easier target. I question the stability. Then you've got this big old dong hanging from between his legs, which can't have been by accident. He's a sniper as well, so there will be recoil, whatever weapon he's got. He's got some kind of like TV antenna on. He's got a reloading extra servo arm thing. It's just awful. It really is. He's got one of these transuranic arquebuses, which is a weapon renowned for needing like a a unipod or a bipod to keep it steady. You've got the Codex, which is just exactly the same cover art as it had in the previous edition. That's not confusing at all. Just terrible. I don't like it at all. It's yeah. And then Imhotep, it's all right. I think the model is sold by that incredible colour scheme of the cloak and the staff, of course. You know, they do excellent jobs with the staff. We've got a big scenic rock, like a round scenic tactical rock going on. Yeah, and cover art's nice because it does have cover art's nice as well because it does have a Necron Lord. But yeah, I'll be picking up Imhotep, but I'll probably be skipping the Codex. Then we had a few more for Age of Sigmar. So we had this. Yeah, we've had a Space Marine Chaplain on bike. We've had a Chaplain in Terminator armor, and now we get the Lord Relictor, basically a Space Marine Chaplain on a dragon. That's how I would use him anyway. Incredible. Why would you not use him in 40k? He's just immense. So yeah, that was a nice model. I did like that one. Probably one of the best of the show. This model, it depends. You know, it looks good. I mean, I like the bug creature that this Sylvaneth is on. Yeah, it's nice. Lovely colour scheme as well. Would have liked to see more of these bugs that kind of aren't flying, so that are on the ground as well. But and then you've got new book, Dawnbringers, The Long Hunt. So book 3 just ties together some of the other releases. Kill Team. Now this is controversial. I don't know. You will have noticed that although Games Workshop released every single Space Marine release on one day, they did leave out the new elitist of the elite miniatures, the Space Marine Scouts, Big Boy Scouts. Here, not enough shotguns, in my opinion. I don't know whether they're like what you see is what you get kind of kit, where it's just mainly bolt guns. Yeah, I know, bolt guns, not even bolt rifles or anything. Just bolt guns and heavy bolters. Like, you know, they're super quiet weapons, as we all know. And one sniper rifle and one shotgun. I mean, shotguns are very quiet weapons as well, aren't they? So, but yeah, they're basically behind a paywall. So you're going to have to get this Kill Team set and the Striking Scorpions if you want to get the new Space Marine Scouts. Bit cheeky, because I think there's a lot of people in the community, in the hobby, that would like both of these units. I think the Striking Scorpions are very nice as well. New plastic Striking Scorpions kit will go lovely next to your Dark Reapers and your Howling Banshees and your Swooping Hut. Oh wait, no, not yet. Fire Dragon. Oh no, not Fire Dragons yet. But you see what I mean. Yeah, they're lovely minis. We'll be picking up this Kill Team easily. It's fantastic because I like both of them and I collect both of them, of course. And then Old World. Yeah, bittersweet, isn't it? You know, they released this lovely Lord on Pegasus, which has kind of 3 different builds. Looks incredible. I would love to get this. This model is just fantastic. I would love to get it. And you've got, Knights of the Realm on foot. They look like 2 different, different colour schemes, I guess, and different weapons, aren't they? Like shields, and then you've got these big axes. And then these little champion dudes, these knights, and then the ball drops, and you've got re-release of these, which we've had before, and these, and men at arms, and peasant bowmen. Yeah, so your Old World army is going to look a bit odd with old minis and new ones. Maybe they're just filler, maybe they're stopgaps for them coming out in full plastic. I don't know, I really don't, but it's just going to be a mishmash of old models and new models, which is odd because they've had plenty of time. That's the thing, they've had so much time since Age of Sigmar came out, and people have stopped setting fire to Warhammer armies. Handmaiden of the Lady looks very nice though. Lovely model. And then of course this one as well. Lady Elise Dujar. Field Trebuchet, I think that's an old model though. So yeah, bit bittersweet for the old world. And that was it for the preview event. We pretty much covered most things there. But on the same day, obviously, we had the pre-orders as well as the preview last week, Saturday. So the Dark Core collection got snapped up very, very quickly. Fall of Cadia and Angron in paperback. Then you got Forges of Mars, sort of, by Graham McNeil, little anthology there. And then we had the Saturday pre-orders. Now, there is a 2-week pre-order window for these Legiones Astartes Battle Group, and I think I made a lot of noise about that, that they had the 2-week pre-order. So they're not going to come out today. They'll be coming out next week, next Saturday. You'll get your box. Yeah, they're tricky to get hold of still at third-party sellers, but Games Workshop seem to be fulfilling them still. So if you wanted to get your 30 new Mark 3 Space Marines, then you can. And then the book. And then the Warhammer Day, 6th November. And then a Rogue Trader print on demand. And then a carry case box thing. The next day, on the Sunday, we had a look at the new pre-orders. These will be up for pre-order today. You've got Necromunda, the Aranthian Succession, Runes of Jardlan. And you've got these Vansar Ash Wastes Arachne rigs, now available in plastic. I think there was some kind of Arachne rig from Forge World. So now they're coming out in plastic, which is awesome. I like to see more and more plastic things for Necromunda. It's great that it's still being supported. Underhive graffiti transfer sheet. Necromunda just seems to be Necromunda just seems to be supported way more than Adeptus Titanicus. Mind-locked Word and Cephalopod Spectors. Forge World resin, so that's a Forge World kit. And then you've got the Vansar Ash Waste upgrades. And then you've got some made-to-order Space Marines. Yeah, I know. So it's your chance to get those cool-looking servitors. I don't know if I've got a plasma cannon one. But, yeah, this is made-to-order. And then, they obviously did showcase this Traitor Champion console. To me, it's got the eye there, but I don't know whether that's 3D kind of detail. So I'm wondering whether I can cheekily use this for my Dark Angels, because I like the weapon too, this Volkite. But if not, I'll just use it for Death Guard, I think, because I don't have any other Legion that have kind of Mark III armour. But it's very nice, but that's now coming out in November. Then, big news, The End of the Death Volume 2. There are 3 volumes, so this is up for pre-order today. Don't miss out on that. And also the special limited edition that'll get snapped up and posted on eBay within 2 minutes, of course. But if you can't get The End of the Death today in hardback from a third party or whatever, don't lose faith. They're selling it on Amazon for like 18 quid right now. You just get it a little bit later. It's quite easy to avoid spoilers and things for that. Word Bearers Omnibus by Anthony Reynolds. And then a few other novels in different languages. And then a battle report and Lore Masters. Then we had Armies on Parade 2023. Submit your entries. You've got the Vansar Brutes and Boards. Make short work of Ash Waste Gangs. Quite cool. You got a new vehicle from Forge World. So this is what they've been doing. They haven't been making massive tanks or anything to do with Space Marines or Titans or Knights or, dare I say it, Titan weapons. They've been designing a new squat vehicle. So this is what we've got. And I think these as well to go with it. So it's the Ironhead Claw, and it's called a Scalvian Explorator. So yeah, that'll be coming out. You got the Rumour Engine. I'm not sure. Some kind of... That's like a bipod, and then is that kind of some kind of missile or something, and then that's a sight, I think. New Armies of Renown. You got the Secrets of Ash Waste's Advanced Designer tips. This week's battle report. Molten Slice of Warhammer Age of Sigmar history. Noah Van Guyen talks Indrasta, Sigmar. Final faction is revealed for Age of Sigmar Realms of Ruin. They look quite cool. You got Meta Watch, and then Horus Heresy Thursday. We're getting Dreadnoughts and Shield Generators. So I don't know whether these are... Each box contains 4 Dreadnought drop pods. It's cheeky. It doesn't say if they're plastic or resin. I'd like to hope that they're plastic, but that's incredible that we're now getting plastic Dreadnought drop pods before actual Horus Heresy plastic ones. Such is life. Warhammer 40,000 Warforge. You've got some new digital card game. Necromunda is on the brink of disaster. Okay. And then into the Ash Waste with the Night Stingers of House Var. So painting some of those up, you probably get some... I was going to say there's an Arachnoid. So yeah, that's all the news. I know I mainly covered the preview event. Yeah, other than that, not a huge amount. It's unfortunate that champion got delayed, but we'll get him at some point. So that being said, let's jump on over to Forge World, have a look at the pre-orders. If we just go on to new and we go on pre-orders, it is just this Army of the Sons of Horus, £23. You can pre-order that, and that will come next weekend. So these were up. I think these were up. I want to say yesterday. It might have been a week ago, but yeah, you're getting... I must have covered these already, because I remember talking about the actual weapons and things. You've got 21 components there for your £23. Whether you'll need a couple of these packs, I'm not sure, but at least it gives your Sons of Horus some extra weapons. It's nice that they're still doing these things. It would be cool if we got them for other factions as well. They can't come soon enough, I guess. So that being said, that's it for Forge World. Let's jump on over to Games Workshop and have a look at what's going on there. And here we are on Games Workshop's web store. On the very first page, we've got made to order Space Marines, as if all the Space Marines for pre-order for the past 2 weeks wasn't enough, and releasing all of the Space Marines in on one day also wasn't enough. Games Workshop are truly spoiling us all with yet more Space Marines. This time made to order. Is it now like a month's worth of Space Marines? We've had the new releases of Space Marines. We've had the Horus Heresy Space Marines. Now we're bringing back dead Space Marines. Classic. Yeah. Are Death Watch classic? I don't know. I don't think they are. I really don't. That one is. That Terminator's definitely classic. Anyway, let's look on new and exclusive. And we go to pre-orders, view all. It's going to be a smorgasbord of made to order Space Marines today, but let's get rid of the chaff straight away and have a look at the most expensive things. Okay, so Horus Heresy Legion is a Starters Battle Group. Tough. You can't get it anymore. It's no longer available. It probably is on sale on eBay. Probably. I don't even want to look now. Same with the Dark Core collection that was up last week for pre-order. Warcry Hunter and Hunted. I think they're released today. Ravaged Lands, Scales of Talaxis. Warhammer Underworlds, Death Gorge. And then pre-order, I think this was like a 2-week pre-order window. Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, Battle in Balin's Tomb. You've got The End of the Death, Volume 2, £50. Siege of Terror book 8 Part 2. There are going to be 3 parts. So if you want to get all 3, I'm laughing because for one book, basically, because it's in 3 parts, for one book, it's going to cost you £150. The other 7 books would have cost you 400. So if you want to know the whole of the Siege of Terror story in this lovely, these lovely editions, and they are beautiful editions, let's not bang on the exultant wall about this. They are. It's going to cost you, £550? Yeah, I've read them all, obviously, except for Part 2 and Part 3. And yeah, for me, they're not worth that. But collectively, that's how much they are. I mean, personally, rather than these limited edition books, I would rather buy a Titan, personally. But that's just me, You might really be heavily into books. And if you are, the struggle is real because it's no longer available. And again, I'm not even going to attempt to look on eBay and see that people are probably selling these for £200 now, straight away. So there you go. That is Part 2. No longer available straight away. We're like a couple minutes into 10 o'clock and they're gone. Anyway, what is available and up for pre-order is the Deredio Dreadnought Anvilus configuration. It comes with both of the different main weapons, the autocannons or the plasma cannonade. Looks fantastic. I really can't wait to get hold of mine. It's the thing that I'll be building first in the box set, and then of course I'll be building Space Marines. I mean, I haven't built Space Marines for such a long time, so I'm looking forward to building 30 of them. £45 for 20 of them, which is actually £5 cheaper than the Mark 6s. So great for Games Workshop to release Space Marines that are cheaper but newer. I think that's fantastic. Not still 100% sold on these. I like the kind of, I say, stockier, bigger headed ones of the older ones, because I think the heads are a bit too small, or the helmets are a bit too small, but there is that. Anyway, that was pre-order last week, or yes, it was pre-order last week, so you can still pre-order those. It's a 2-week pre-order window. You've got the different war bands for Warcry. You've got this Stormvault skirmish case, £35. The book was pre-ordered from last week, but this is new right now. So Necromunda, the Aranthian Succession, Runes of Jardlan. It seems like most of these books are now £30 minimum. I remember when they were 20. I'll give them a clap for it being hardback and only 128 pages. I'd much rather them do that. So yes, although it's £30, I'd rather it be £30 in hardback than £20 in softback. Definitely. Vansar Ash Waste Arachne Rig, £30 for 2, £15 each, plastic. Brilliant. Probably half the price of what it would be on Forge World if it was in resin. Is it only one sprue though? May only be one sprue, but it says 120 plastic components. I doubt there's 120 on that one sprue. So maybe it's a couple of sprues. Zandir's Truthseers, Truth Seekers, all of these have been available for a week, I think. You've got the Warhammer Day 2023 Ancestors' Wrath pre-order. Was this pre-order last week, I think? £24. Oof. Don't think it has any options either. Just a hammer and a shield. There you go, one sprue. Then you've got Realmslayer, which was last week. But then you've got the End of the Death Volume 2. They've done it, guys. They've pushed past the £20 price point. These books originally were £15 in hardback. I remember I was there. I bought one for, it was either £15 or £16, one of those. Then they crept up to 18. Then they were 20 for the past year or two, I think. And now they're at £22. The good news about this, though, is there's only one more book after this, supposedly. There might be one more book and then like an extra storybook or whatever. I hope they do the scouring. That would be fantastic. There's a lot of scope for there. I want to know more about Imperial Fists. I want to know more about Dark Angels when they get there and all the rest of it. Yeah, £22, one more book left, and I think it's already up for pre-order as well, somewhere for £22. You can pre-order this one actually from Amazon for 18 quid, so save yourself 4 quid. Also buy yourself a pot of non-oil. But yeah, it's still available. I don't know how long this will be available on here or on the third-party sellers. So yeah, I would, if you want it in hardback, I'd snap that up quite quick because we don't know when it's going to be out in paperback. Usually it's a good few months afterwards. You've got an Underhive graffiti transfer sheet, £20, and then you've got all these made-to-order Space Marines. So you've got everything from a Space Wolves, Rune Priest in Terminator armor for £19. Guys, can you remember when metal Terminators in a blister pack were about 5 or 6 quid? I certainly can. So they've gone up in price by 4 times, 400%. So if you've got any metal Terminators and things, hey, if you've got 10 of them, go ahead, sell them for 200, 300 quid. Doing Watch Captain Artemis, £19. That's not too bad, really. I can't remember what he was individually. I think he even came in a set quite a few years ago. But that's not too bad if you want, a captain for your Death Watch. The thing is, though, they've already put Primaris in with Death Watch, haven't they? So, yeah, it's okay. Brother Captain Stern, £19. Now, that is quite an old model. I had a Grey Knights army when they first were sort of released, when they were called Demon Hunters. And that was almost 20, and that was over 20 years ago, that model. But you can get him now for 19. You've got Lucas the Trickster, Space Wars Grey Hunter, 19 and £18 respectively. Forges of Mars paperback, I think that was last week, but yeah, that would be quite a good read. Graham McNeil, fantastic author. You got the Servitors with Multi-Melter. I have them, I think. A Warrior Acolyte, interesting, for 15. They're both 15, by the way. Word Bearers Omnibus, pre-order that, 15. And then the Servitors with the Plasma Cannon. I'm not sure whether I have the one with the Plasma Cannon, so I might pick that up. You've got the Vansar Gang Tactics for $12.50. The Vansar Vehicle Gang Tactics for $12.50. That's a bit, yeah, 25 quid. Why couldn't they just bundle them in with air? Just double the pack or something. Anyway, you've got Angron for a tenner. And Wants a Killer paperback for a tenner. So a lot to pre-order, but not a lot to pre-order, if you know what I mean. There's a lot for Necromunda. There's the Horus Heresy book, and then there's a lot of made to order old Space Marines. I wonder if we're coming to the end of these releases and things now. We've obviously got Old World, which I think will be next year. But save your pennies if you can. Obviously, save your pennies if you can. You've got Christmas coming up. You'll have some Battle Forces. There was a lot that was released this year. I'd love to see some kind of different Horus Heresy Battle Force box set. I think they could do that now. To shift more Mark 6s or something, or more Land Raiders, or even more Dreadnoughts. I'd like to see the new Space Marines. I'd like to see the new Tyranids in a Battle Force. I don't know if they'll do that, but we can hope. What do you guys think of all of the pre-orders and news today? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.